Hello, potassium people. Welcome back to another Banana Bites where I'm eating this banana and asking Valve to please add the strange second banana to Team Fortress 2. Now, I saw something very interesting this morning. Basically, people were talking about how casual matchmaking may have had a shadow update just drop overnight. And so now people are able to get into games quickly. Like, let's say you queue for a bunch of maps or whatever, you're able to find a game in like 5 seconds. So today, I'm going to see if that's true, but I'm going to see how quickly I can get into a Banana Bay match. Because Banana Bay is one of my favorite maps in Team Fortress 2. Maybe even my top number one favorite. The next closest, probably Whatville. But you know what? That's because I like to torture myself. So let's go ahead and let's take a peek, huh? Let's just open up Team Fortress 2 and see what we get. As you can see here, I only have Banana Bay queued up. Normally, when I do this, it takes like an hour. But right now, I'm just going to eat the banana and see. You know, it would have been smart to have a timer. This is a big banana, dang. Been getting some big ones lately. Cheers. This banana is big enough to feed a family of 5. Or a single heavy. Hmm. If this takes longer than like 10 minutes, I'm just going to leave. I'm saying it now. I'm calling it. But from what I heard, it's supposed to be really fast. Actually, isn't there someone who's been queuing for PLR pipeline for a long time? Right? I wonder if that helps. Hmm. And something interesting is that because contracts in Team Fortress 2, because one of them has to do with Banana Bay, usually there's at least some circulation of players going in and playing some Banana Bay, right? But still, takes a while. Where is my Banana Bay? Where is it? Yeah, no, there's pipeline right there. Oh, casual. How thrilling. And now I know it would probably work if I just queued up the core game modes, but like you could just look that up, right? Just look up TF2 casual shadow update. Just look up somebody. I don't even know. Man, just want to play Banana Bay. And the thing is, community servers don't really run Banana Bay, and I get why. I understand why people aren't a huge fan of payload race map that doesn't have super high skyboxes. You know, like High Tower does. because you can't soldier as effectively. Obviously, there's a lot of ways to jump around the map here, but it takes more skill, more finesse. The middle portion of the map, though, we got like the sandy area on the bottom where the tracks first start for the payload carts. That's pretty good for people who like to pencil rocket jump. Otherwise, I mean, you can get some serious speed on the map. Not to mention the water. Now, I'm no TF2 expert. But what I do know is that water makes jumps kind of weird. And so it works out. Pyro sharks are pretty common. But there's so much water that even though there are pyro sharks, pyro isn't as effective with like their flamethrower. Degreaser's probably a really good choice though. Push people in the water and then just rid them with the neon annihilator. Random thought. I know people aren't going to stick around like I'm sticking around for this. What if... Actually, I don't even know if I want to stick around for this. I feel like it hasn't changed for these kinds of maps. If I put all of them on, I'd get Hightower within like 10 seconds probably. But come on, it says people are playing it, at least a little bit. It's not like they would make casual and then they would always have like a minimum requirement to show up for people in that match. That'd kind of be lame. Yeah, let me take a look at some of the other ones. Yeah, okay, people are playing these. Wow, Egypt's pretty popular today. Interesting. It says 2-4 is so low comparatively. Is that true? Banana AI, is that true? You know what? I don't think this is worth anyone's time for me to do this experiment like this. Tell you what, I'm going to upload this, right? So that, you know, people see I ate the banana. But then I'm going to go ahead and just do different recording. Just queuing up for Banana Bay. May as well. See how long that takes. Maybe I won't. To be honest, it's not worth it to me. Because if I'm gonna play the game, I'm just gonna hop on a community server most of the time. With few exceptions. Alright. Well, potassium people, that was fun. What a nice little experiment. I'm very impatient. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.